Pittsburgh, you had the option of ordering food from ShadoBeni, which is Ulrich Joseph and his wife Jenny Canning. Ulrich, you might remember if you're a longtime 6x8 fan, he actually presented in 2014, which was a while ago. He did a great job. Ulrich, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great, okay. I'm gonna make you big so everybody can see. All right, there you are. Give us I'm gonna start the timer. You got 5 minutes to talk about ShadoBeni.
Okay, thank you. Well, my name is Ulrich Joseph. As Casey said, I'm also an artist, and I took part in 2014 6x8. My latest endeavor, I should say, is I've started with my wife a vegan restaurant of Trinidadian food where I'm from. And it's, for me, cooking and creativity is like in the same vein. And for many years, worked as an art instructor and in Baltimore at the Maryland Institute College of Art. And I just didn't feel fulfilled doing that because I felt it was very restrictive to an extent. And I also had to commute a long way to get down there. So I decided, to try to stay more local and actually open a restaurant here. And on the north side, my wife and I, we bought a building that we're gonna renovate into the restaurant. So that's actually taking place. Right now, we work the farmers markets, East Liberty, Lawrenceville, and Squirrel Hill. And my goal with ShadoBeni really is to make tasty vegan food. I've been vegetarian for many years. I recently turned vegan, and one of the things I realized is every time I go out, I would be able to eat fries, probably. And that would probably be one of my options. So what I decided to do is try to offer Trinidadian food, which is in its own way very multicultural. Trinidad, 45% of the population is of African descent, 45% is of East Indian descent, and the rest is really miscellaneous. And it all goes back to slavery and Trinidad's colonial past. We were switched from hands. So we started off with Columbus and the Spanish, and then the French, and then the British. But all along, the British, they decided to go to their colonies to get people to work. So when slavery was abolished, they went to India, and they tested out the whole indentured laborship in Trinidad. It didn't really work out, so it didn't export to the other islands. But because of that, Trinidad and Guyana, we tend to have very similar foods because we have a high East Indian population. So a lot of the foods that I cook, people are really surprised. They're like, wow, this has curry in it. This looks like curry, and they're looking at me, and they're thinking, like, why am I, perpetrating? But, at the end of the day, I see it as part of our culture in Trinidad. And it was, strangely enough, none of the things I actually had to really change that much to be vegan. It actually was vegan to begin with. It's just Jenny, my wife, pointed that out, It's just something we grew up with as street food. And I don't know, I really embrace cooking. My mother, she had two reasons for teaching me how to cook when I was younger. She said, if I go to college, I wouldn't starve, or if my wife leaves me, I wouldn't starve. So I am actually grateful that she did that because it's given me another life, another lease, and working for myself, making my art and staying local is actually what I want to do. Driving 8 hours to Baltimore was just old. So please, if you all see me around, you could try the food in the farmers markets. But I think by November, we're working with the designers and stuff now. We should have the brick and mortar building up. So that's kind of like my 2 cents about ShadoBeni.
Thanks, Ulrich.
No problem.
So right now you can order Wednesdays for
Yes.
each week, right?
Wednesdays through Fridays, and then you pick up at the farmers markets.
At the farmers markets.
Yeah.
And where will the restaurant be?
On the north side, obliquely opposite, on Brighton Road, obliquely opposite the police station.
Nice. Great.
Yes. It's on the main road, so you'll see it. I'm going to make it very visible.
Okay, cool. I see we've got some questions for you in the chat, but we're going to save them to the end so we can stay on.
But I could say real quick, ShadoBeni, because I wanted to touch on that. ShadoBeni is actually the name for the herb that we use primarily in the food. Colloquially, it's called ShadoBeni, but it's really culantro. Anybody who's interested.
Nice.